Right now at 10, new developments on the U.S. military strikes in Nigeria. The latest statements from President Trump. And post-Christmas snowstorms roll across the country this weekend. We'll have what travelers need to know. Plus, how one gas station is supporting the West Salem School District, one pump at a time.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Joining us for News 8 Now at 10, I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. A News 8 Now follow-up on the Matthew Sierra case. Charges were refiled against the man accused of setting a house fire in North La Crosse, allegedly killing a pregnant woman and her unborn child back in November. The charges include 2 counts of first-degree homicide, arson, and mistreatment of an animal resulting in death. He faces a $1 million cash bond with conditions, including no contact with his child he has with the victim and bail monitoring with weekly check-ins. A preliminary hearing is set for January 5th. A new candidate is running for the La Crosse County Board of Supervisors. Chris Muller made the announcement this morning. He is running for District 20, which covers Onalaska and parts of Holmen. His main focus is on infrastructure and safety. And today, Governor Evers announcing $2 million in grants. The money will fund the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Authority, which is awarding 59 organizations with the grant money. The organizations work to improve emergency shelters, transitional residences, and low-income housing. So far, over 1,500 beds and housing units will be improved or created with these grants. Well, if you see purple pumps at a gas station, it isn't just for show. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla joins us in the studio. Seth, why so much purple at the pumps?
Emily, the purple is so they can fuel the good in their community, all for a penny per gallon. If you head to Lloyd's Speed Stop in West Salem, you'll see these purple gas pumps 1 and 2. If you gas up here, every gallon pumped equals 1 cent back to the West Salem School District. It started in September this year and will run until September of 2026. And Lloyd's is going above and beyond for their community.
Shell usually does it for 3 months, but we as a station chose to do it for an entire year. So it'll run through September of 2026. This is our first chance, our first opportunity to be able to do this, and we just thought that it was a good idea to help our community.
Once it ends, the school district receives the funding, and the superintendent says it will be either a $300 donation or the amount raised from the penny per gallon, whichever is greater. And for the school district of West Salem, they say the money will be put to good use.
The money's going to go back to kids. We have our own budget set up for everything in here, and so one of the things that we've talked about is what could we possibly do with this. We'll look to see what that amount ends up being, and we're going to find a way to benefit our kids with that.
Lloyd says their goal is to donate $5,000 to the school district. In the studio, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now.
Well, hundreds gathered for a free holiday meal at Legion Post 100 in Sparta yesterday. It was the 31st annual Sparta Community Christmas Dinner, made and served by over 40 volunteers. Over 800 meals were given out during the day, with about 200 of them delivered to residents.
It's a wonderful feeling to be able to help our community. We'll have 400 or 500 people coming in here to enjoy the traditional Christmas dinner.
Meal deliveries were made available upon request for those who could not make it to the dinner. The Canadian Pacific Kansas City Holiday Train shared some exciting news today. The CPKC announced that the 2025 Holiday Train, which rolled through hundreds of communities across Canada and the United States, raised more than $2 million and collected more than 175,000 pounds of food in support of local food banks. The train's annual journey aims to embody the spirit of the holidays, bringing families and neighbors together while helping those in need. And it wasn't a white Christmas in the Northeast, but the post-Christmas weekend is expected to look like a winter wonderland. A storm is rolling in from the Great Lakes with 4 to 8 inches of snow possible for portions of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Some isolated areas could see as much as a foot. Authorities are urging people to stay put unless travel is absolutely necessary.
Give yourself some extra time to get to where you need to go safely. Please give yourself the space between our plows, other vehicles. Slow down, stay alert.
Now, there was no calm before the storm for air travel. According to the flight tracking site FlightAware, airlines canceled more than 1,300 flights today. Well, a mild Christmas week we had, but will this streak continue? Let's send it over to Nicole.
Yeah, we have one more nice day ahead of us, but after that we could see some more flurries like our friends up in the Northeast coming as we finish the upcoming weekend off. Before then, we have to get through this pesky fog that we've been dealing with the last couple days. Right now, visibilities have been decreasing, although the worst of it is still sitting off to our west, mainly in southeastern Minnesota. As we go throughout the rest of the night and into the morning, though, much of this fog will likely spread across most of the state, making for some very low visibility throughout the early morning hours, likely less than a mile, until we get into the afternoon. That we can start to see some of that fog slowly starting to clear, although still some patchy areas north of I-90. By the evening hours, we should be clearing up before we likely see another round of not quite as dense, but still some patchier fog moving in as we go into tomorrow evening. So again, expect another foggy morning as we go into the start of the weekend, but after that, it's not really going to prevent us from warming up. It'll likely still be another warm one before we go into Sunday, where we could have some big changes on the way with another winter storm. So I'll have all the details in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Nicole. Well, especially now in the winter time, the cost of heating a home is going through the roof. Ashar Qureshi has steps you can take to try to keep those energy bills down.
Bundle up. This winter has already been a cold one, and more frigid air is on the way.
I'm freezing. My nose hurts.
Heating bills are already climbing due to higher demand and delivery costs and surging power usage. Experts predict a more than 9% jump from last year, costing homeowners with electric heat more than $1,200 for the season and natural gas homeowners around $700.
In this home in particular, we can actually see there's holes here, and you can feel the cold air blowing through these gaps.
Building consultant Justin Castronova says homeowners can make fixes to lower energy costs.
Maintaining your weather stripping, caulking around the inside and outside with the appropriate caulk, because there is different kinds. And then around the outlets, you could spray foam around it after turning off the power, of course. And then they do make gasketed covers with a weather seal to minimize the drafts.
Another cost-saving upgrade, newer appliances.
And this unit is energy rated.
It's an upfront cost that saves you long-term.
Anywhere from $10 to $50 a month, depending on the size of the appliance and how many you have.
And in older homes, to help bring bills down, just look up.
In this attic in particular, there's not anywhere near enough modern insulation. You have about 1 to 2 inches, and normally I would want to see 1 to 2 feet.
Some utility companies will give you a free home energy audit or even incentives to help you make energy-saving upgrades. Ashar Qureshi, CBS News, Chicago.
And a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn Weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play. Coming up, the United States launches what President Trump calls a powerful and deadly strike on terrorists in the West African nation. We'll have more of the president's statements on the attack. And the highly anticipated Powerball prize finally has a winner. We'll have more on the final jackpot coming up.
Right now at your local Ashley, shop the New Year's Bash and save up to 25% off your entire purchase. And pay over time with no interest for 5 years with no money down. Ashley's New Year's Bash is here only for a limited time, so don't miss out.
Save big money at Menards. We carry a great selection of automotive products, including AC Delco batteries. They set the standard for performance and come with a 36-month free replacement warranty. Right now, get a $20 mail-in rebate on all stocked AC Delco automotive batteries. Good maintenance equals longer vehicle life. CleanDAP is a diesel exhaust fluid approved for use in all diesel SCR engines. A 2.5-gallon jug is $5.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Engines rev, are you listening?
Fun to drive, fuel efficient.
Such beautiful stuff.
We're happy for miles, driving in a Honda Wonderland.
It's that time of year again, Happy Honda Days, where you can drive in a Honda Wonderland of your own with a great offer on a fun-to-drive new Honda. Hurry into your local Honda dealer and experience the wonder of Happy Honda Days today.
Right now at your local Ashley, shop the New Year's Bash and save up to 40% off select New Year's picks. And pay over time with no interest for 5 years with no money down. Ashley's New Year's Bash is here only for a limited time, so don't miss out.
Developing news on the strikes in Nigeria. We are learning more details about the Christmas Day U.S. airstrikes against Islamic State forces in the country. Plus, new signs that negotiations to end the war in Ukraine are intensifying. Olivia Rinaldi has the latest.
This is the burnt area Nigerian police cordoned off on Friday after U.S. military officials said they conducted airstrikes against Islamic State forces. The Defense Department also released this video of what it says was one of the missiles launched late Thursday. President Trump claimed in a social media post the Christmas Day operation targeted ISIS terrorists who have been killing, quote, primarily innocent Christians. President Trump called the strikes numerous and deadly, but did not offer additional details, like what was specifically targeted or the number of casualties. The Nigerian government, however, did say they shared intelligence with the U.S. before the attack. A Nigerian Islamic cleric criticized the airstrikes, saying it targeted a predominantly Muslim area with no history of Christian persecution.
There was never any incident of persecution of Christians in Sokoto State. Their churches were not attacked.
The military action in Nigeria comes amid a sign that diplomatic efforts to end the nearly 4-year war in Ukraine may be intensifying. On Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told reporters he'll likely meet with President Trump in Florida on Sunday to discuss, among other things, security guarantees for Ukraine. Zelensky's announcement came after he said he had a good conversation with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner on Christmas. Olivia Rinaldi, CBS News, the White House.
Now, the president told Politico he'd be meeting with Zelensky this weekend. The White House has not confirmed the meeting or when it would be. Well, amid the talks of peace between the two countries, Russia launched another attack on Ukraine today, killing 2 and injuring 8 more. In the aftermath emergency, teams found one of the deceased victims in his car. Russia launched 3 guided bombs in this attack, and now residents of nearby apartments are clearing glass and rubble from their homes. Authorities say a bombing at a mosque in Syria during Friday prayers killed at least 6 people and wounded 21 others. Images released by Syria's state-run Arab news agency showed blood on the mosque's carpets, holes in the walls, shattered windows, and fire damage. Preliminary investigations indicate explosive devices were planted inside the mosque, and authorities are searching for the perpetrators of the attack. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
We likely have another foggy night ahead of us as our warm temperatures continue to melt some of that snowpack, but we have colder conditions on the way. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
When the food truck arrives at our neighbor's place, it takes a community. Our attorneys don't just fight insurance companies, they fight hunger in Wisconsin alongside our neighbor's place. Because together, we're stronger. Bygoff and Rohde, your neighbors, your injury advocate.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew Final Days.
Initiate Final Days protocol.
And just announced Final Days bonus cash. That's 1,000 bonus cash back, and that's on top of other offers.
Hurry! Built Ford tough trucks are moving fast. Ford SUV is almost gone. Built while Bronco family adventure is selling quick.
Now lease a new Ford Bronco Sport for $259 per month for 36 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Now you see it, now you don't. Carl's year-end clearance sale is going on right now. Save up to 55% on open box and one-of-a-kind appliances. Save up to 70% on one-of-a-kind mattresses and floor displays. Save up to 40% on clearance TVs and soundbars. Plus, we have a year-end blowout on grills and accessories.
So hurry in for best selection.
Carl's year-end clearance sale.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference. by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
From the law office to the clothing closet, our lawyers seek hope and recovery for the whole community. Bygoff and Rohde and Our Neighbor's Place, where every injury and every neighbor matters. Because together, we're stronger. Winning justice for Wisconsin.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, a lucky Powerball ticket holder in Arkansas has matched all 6 numbers from Wednesday night's drawing and has won an estimated $1.8 billion jackpot, an estimated lump sum of $865 million. Now, that's the second largest in U.S. lottery history. The winning ticket was sold at a gas station in Cabot, Arkansas. The winner's identity could remain a mystery for some time. Arkansas allows lottery winners to remain anonymous. However, their name will become public after 3 years. And Times Square posted big numbers today in preparation for New Year's Eve. The giant numerals ushering in 2026 were installed and tested, offering a preview ahead of the big countdown. An estimated 1 million people pack into Times Square on New Year's Eve to watch the ball drop and the numerals light up. But you don't need to be in the crowd to notice something different this year.
In the history of the numerals, they've always had lights on them, so light bulbs, and now we have a lighting puck, and that can make it color different colors and different styles and designs, which we're showing off today.
The numerals are 7 feet tall and boast a combined 594 lighting pucks. The crystal ball looks different too, with red, white, and blue colors to honor America's 250th anniversary. And speaking of the nation's 250th anniversary, to mark the celebration, new this year, the famous New Year's Eve ball will drop twice in 2026. The second drop will be July 3rd, the night before Independence Day. Now, this is the first time the ball is being dropped twice in the same year since the tradition began in 1907. Pretty cool. Well, let's get a look at what the last week of 2025 is going to feel like from Nicole.
That is crazy to think about and say. Time is flying by. We have another mild day as we go into tomorrow, but then looking ahead to New Year's Eve. If you have any plans to be out and about to celebrate the start of the new year, you might want to bundle up because we have much colder weather moving in once we get past tomorrow. Still one nicer, more comfortable day as far as temperatures go ahead of us, but it's likely going to be a foggy start. As we move into the morning hours, likely seeing some dense, if not patchy fog through the early morning hours. We do have a dense fog advisory out through noon tomorrow. A little bit later than we typically see those dense fog advisories last because this will likely be lingering on into the late morning and potentially the early afternoon. So really the heaviest fog is going to be less than a mile of visibility through about 8 in the morning, but even by around 9 and 10, we're still going to be holding on a little bit of a haze. Expect visibilities to still be under about 2 miles. After that, we should start to see some clearing up, but still expect those low cloud decks to continue on through much of the day. Very similar conditions to what we saw today. And when we're waking up in the morning, we could see the potential for maybe a little bit of a freezing fog, mainly on the bridges, on roadways, as our temperatures are going to be close to freezing across the area, only in that very early morning stretch. 32 will be our low in La Crosse, 31 in Eau Claire. So again, a brief moment, especially on the bridges where we could maybe see some slick spots forming. Overall, though, not really going to be a widespread issue because as we go into the afternoon, we'll be warming up pretty quickly. Even with the mostly cloudy conditions all day long, we're still going to see high temperatures well above average for at least one more day. La Crosse seeing a high breaking into the 40s, 42 for your Saturday high in La Crosse, 39 in Eau Claire. And then we have some changes on the way. Once we get into Sunday, we'll still be above average to start the day. Our average high now sitting around 30 degrees. Sunday, our high still sitting in the upper 30s, but that's going to be peaking in the early morning. And then after that, our temperatures will be falling through the rest of the day, all the way into the night and into Monday. Likely going to be a cold start to the week. Monday's highs falling into the teens. That could put our morning lows in the single digits across portions of the area. So it's definitely a wake-up call, but those falling temperatures are all coming as a strong system makes its way into the area out of Iowa, likely starting around Sunday afternoon. Not only bringing the colder temperatures, but the chance for some freezing roadways, some blowing snow, and some strong wind gusts. So again, alert day coming in Sunday afternoon for the chance. First, some rain passing through, turning then to snow. In that short period, we could see some freezing roads, and then with those strong winds associated with the system, we'll likely see some blowing snow. Right now, what I'm thinking, we could potentially see 4 inches or more, mainly for folks further to the north, although much of the area will at least see some sort of snow. Right now, the concern really isn't as far as the snow amounts go, but for that blowing and that freezing potential, especially if you have any holiday travel plans going into Sunday evening. And expect those snow amounts to change around a little bit as we go throughout the next few days. All the more reason to make sure you're staying updated on the most recent forecast, again, especially if you have those travel plans coming up. Otherwise, after that, it is for sure going to be a cold week.
For sure. You and I agree. We both like the snow, and it's melting, so we're ready to have that essence back on the streets.
If it's going to be cold, then it might
as well
be
have
white.
snow.
Yes.
Exactly, but not looking forward to those teens right
definitely
there.
not.
All right, coming up next in sports, a look back at yesterday's Lions-Vikings game, plus the latest on Jordan Love as the Packers prepare for another Saturday game hosting the Ravens. Kate is in next.
Unbeatable offers in every department for 1 week only during the final countdown at Home Furniture.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
You know what's on my mind? It's butt cold out here and I don't have any heat at home.
Well, gotta have heat, Einstein.
Up yours, smarty. I just don't know who to call.
Jacob said Chuck used the local company. The Primary Colors, the good one?
What?
What?
Huh?
Well, there's your sign.
Jeez Louise.
Moron.
Hey, putz.
Call GNC.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
I have something for you.
I have something for you too.
During the GMC holiday event, get a total value of over $6,400 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
The best time to buy furniture is happening right now. The King Furniture 5-day year-end clearance sale. Shop store-wide savings as we clear out inventory and make room for new styles in 2026. You'll get the best savings of the year on bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, sofas, and more. Plus, save even more when you trade in your old furniture. We'll deliver the new and haul away the old for free. It's the King Furniture year-end clearance for 5 days only, now through Tuesday.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas, and if you're a Packer fan, I'm sure a lot of you were keeping an eye on that Lions-Vikings game yesterday. If you didn't know, a Lions loss would put Green Bay into the postseason, but with Minnesota out of the playoffs and onto a backup quarterback, I wasn't sure what Vikings team would show up. Let's do a quick recap. The big story of this game was the Vikings defense causing problems all game long, starting with a fumble recovery that would set them up in the red zone, and the offense would capitalize as Aaron Jones scored a touchdown to put Minnesota in front. Now, Detroit would find some life late in the first half. Jared Goff throws a touchdown pass here to Isaac Tesla. This game would be tied going into halftime. But in the second half, the Vikings defense would take over. They would intercept Goff twice and force another fumble, just completely shutting down the Lions offense. Jordan Addison would score a big-time touchdown late as the Vikings, they get the Christmas Day win, 23-10. So with that, the Green Bay Packers are officially into the postseason. The Lions fall to 8-8 on the season, and despite an up-and-down season filled with injuries, the Vikings are also 8-8 on the year. Minnesota will end their season next week hosting Green Bay. Now, Green Bay can still win the division. The Packers need to win their final 2 games of the season, but they also need some help with the Bears as Chicago needs to lose their final 2 games. But they're going to have to pull out a win on Saturday without Jordan Love. It was announced today that Love is officially ruled out for Saturday's game as he's still battling and recovering from that concussion. So with that, Malik Willis is getting the start. Green Bay riding a 2-game losing streak, but the season's not over and the team knows they've got to improve and get some work done.
You know, things happen. So you got to be able to, you know, put it to bed. You can't dwell on it. And we still got an opportunity to do what we want to do. So I think that's really the biggest thing. We still had an opportunity, so we're just trying to make sure that mentally, like, we locking in and we doing what we got to do to be able to go out here on Saturday and get a win, be victorious.
Now, Baltimore will be maybe without Lamar Jackson as he's listed as doubtful for Saturday's game, so look for their backup Tyler Huntley to get the start. Kickoff set for Saturday night, 7 o'clock on Peacock. Packers currently listed as 3.5-point favorites. Baltimore, they're still fighting for a playoff spot as well, so they'll be will be giving it their all. How about the Minnesota Golden Gophers? They're going for their 6th straight bowl win tonight, taking on New Mexico. Down 6 in the second quarter, but on 3rd and 4, Drake Lindsey going to the corner of the end zone, and oh my, what a grab by Jalen Smith. Touchdown Gophers. They take a 7-6 lead. It would stay that way until the 4th quarter. Gophers threatening, and on 3rd down, they give it to Darius Taylor, who breaks a tackle and scores. Gophers go up 8, but on the very next kickoff, New Mexico gets some life. Damon Bankston fields the kick at the goal line, picks up some blockers, and Bankston is gone. 100 yards to the house. Nobody even close to him. 2-point conversion good. This game would go to overtime. New Mexico would kick a field goal, so a touchdown wins it for Minnesota, and Lindsey lets it fly. That's Jalen Smith again. Another crazy catch. And this one is the game winner. Minnesota is your Rate Bowl champs, 20-17, the final. The struggling Milwaukee Bucks on the road taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Up 8 near the end of the first quarter. Ryan Rawlings with the clock winding down, and check this out. Gonna somehow get this shot to fall. I have no idea how he kept control. Let's take one more look at it. Not even looking at the bucket, plus the foul, unfortunately. Milwaukee would fall on this one. They are now 5-15 in their last 20. It's a big weekend.
That was impressive.
That was very impressive.
Yeah.
It's a big weekend for fantasy football players.
Yeah.
A lot of championship matches. Emily, you're in the championship for our fantasy league. How are you feeling going into this?
I'm feeling good. I did not expect for me to move up the totem pole like I did, but I am going against someone who has an incredible team, Alec, our assignments manager. So it's going to take a miracle for me to get to that one spot. But hey, to be in the top 2, that's pretty cool.
That's all you can ask for is a chance.
Yep.
All right, we'll have more news after the break.
As my go-to guy, can you fix my smartphone?
Yes.
Do you have car batteries?
Yeah.
What about golf cart batteries?
Of course.
Battery from a G-Fob?
Absolutely.
My boat?
Huge variety.
Toy boat?
Sure.
Motorcycles?
You bet.
My apartment building?
Whole building.
Do you have batteries for my party lights?
Yeah.
Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
During Chevy Red Tag, get 0% financing on this Silverado. That's over $6,900 total value. Plus, Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
It's the New Year's sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. A sale packed with incredible markdowns on our entire stock. You'll save on the finest selection of quality furniture in southern Minnesota, from Daniels Amish, Smith Brothers, Stressless, and Flex Steel. The New Year's sale at Drury's is the perfect time to save on quality furniture at affordable prices. Plus, there's even 24-month special financing with a qualifying purchase. Great prices and 24-month financing. It's the New Year's sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Save big with deals for under $2. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Pork shoulder roast, $1.77 a pound. Cosmic crisp apples, 99 cents a pound. Kraft mac and cheese, 99 cents each when you buy 5. Hy-Vee ice cream, $1.99. Get marinated chicken breasts, banquet fruit or meat pies, salty snacks, and more, all under $2. That's right, under $2. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator for 20 years, the Kubota construction lineup is ready to work. Visit your local dealer today.
You got batteries for my side-by-side?
Yes.
Replace my flashlight?
Sure thing. What about my business?
Oh, good one.
100%. Batteries for my fleet of trucks?
Gas floor scrubbers?
Yes, and fire panels. We have pallets of batteries.
Well, what about...
As your go-to guy, if it needs a battery, we have it.
Well, that's all you had to say.
Could have led with that.
Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Well, happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate. The African-American holiday began today and goes through January 1st. Each day of Kwanzaa is dedicated to one of 7 defining principles, and each night celebrants light a new candle on the candelabra. Tonight's theme is unity. Another week of celebrating. I like it. All right, we have another look at your forecast right after the break.
It's our huge last chance clearance sale at Slumberland. Big markdowns on clearance, floor models, and more. Plus up to 70% off list price. Check out the store for even more deals. Pay no interest for 36 months with approved credit. Only at Slumberland.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew Final Days. Initiate Final Days protocol.
And just announced Final Days bonus cash. That's 1,000 bonus cash back, and that's on top of other offers.
Hurry! Built Ford tough trucks are moving fast. Ford SUV is almost gone. Built Wild Bronco family adventure is selling quick.
Get 0 down, 0% financing, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus 2,000 bonus cash on F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Cold weather and winter winds remind us that old windows and doors are not our friends. New windows and doors, expertly installed by certified installers, bring comfort, convenience, energy savings, and a great new look. Begin now in choosing just the right windows for your home. Order now and avoid the inevitable price increase in the new year. No worries about missing a promotion. The Board Store offers you the best possible price every day and any day. Contact us online or visit our showroom for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors or other home improvements.
Excuse me, ma'am. You dropped this.
Oh.
Make anyone's day merry and bright this holiday season with Quick Trip gift cards.
Last chance floor model closeout at Slumberland. Up to 70% off list on select mattresses, including 50% off Tempur-Pedic floor samples. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. No interest for 36 months with approved credit at Slumberland.
Well, we likely have another foggy morning ahead of us, but the temperatures will at least be fine before we are met with another wintry blast going into Sunday, and then it's going to be once again cold after that, especially if you're ringing the new year in. We could see low temperatures getting below 0 as midnight hits. So going to be a chilly week ahead of us.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the cold temps come back right for the new year.
Right for the new year.
We needed that.
Starting off with a freeze, something like that. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for us at 10. Have a great night.